Hey guys, my name is Mysca and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today we are taking a look at the winter maps. Now, these were included with the seasonal event update, and to begin with we have Eco Point Antarctica, which has been a bit sort of holiday slash Christmasified. And it basically uses a lot of the same props that are used on King's Row, which is kind of the main winter map, which I'll be showing you next. But yeah, there are some nice snowmen around in different poses, and you know, the map looks pretty cool overall. It's a lot darker, which makes it kind of eerie, but you also see the Christmas lights a lot better. But yeah, we're just gonna move on to King's Row, because that is basically the main map. So, King's Row is very detailed. There is a lot of props and there's a lot of sort of custom little things here and there, and overall it looks amazing. This is the attacker spawn, so we're gonna start here and we're gonna just take a look at how it looks. Now there's a massive Christmas tree, of course, and lots of presents and some sort of wreaths and that sort of thing hanging around. But yeah, we're gonna start in the attacker spawn and then gonna move on throughout the map basically. So we're starting there, going to the actual first objective, Objective A, and yeah, moving through the whole map and taking a look at all of the details, Easter eggs and so on. Now, first off we have the snowman here on the left. I'm gonna be showing you most of these snowmen because there are a few scattered around the map. This one's just sort of in a bit of a thinking pose. We saw this one at Eco Point Antarctica as well. But yeah, it's just seems a little bit lost. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the main area here, and first off we're gonna be taking a look at some ads, sort of, or whatever you want to call it, posters and so on, because there are some little nice details in here, and I thought I'd show you them. So the double-decker bus here in the middle has a Spendymore Winter Collection clothing ad, not much of note, but anyway, thought I'd show you it. In the little office here on the left we got some nice decorations, but we also have the snowman that's just peeking through the window. It's kind of funny. I didn't actually notice it when I was recording, so that was my first time seeing it as well. But yeah, at the movie theater or the cinema, the Meridiana, which I believe it's called, we got some new films that are screening. So we have the Pachimari's Winter Adventure, which seems like a bit of a kids show, I guess. But yeah, it's the whole Pachimari thing going on, and it's really cool. I like these new posters. I actually really like the artwork. We also have Love Actually. Now, a lot of you probably got this already, but this is actually a play on the movie name Love Actually, which is an actual film. It's quite known and it's a bit of a sort of Christmassy film. Love Actually seems to be about this girl like sort of injecting something into that onyx, so they fall in love. I don't know, it seems a bit weird to me, but hey, whatever, it's still really cool detail. Now let's move into the main area here, and there are a few things here that are worth noting, but they're also kind of hidden. So we got the snowman here just peeking around the pillar just outside the little gentleman's club, but in the main area here I'm gonna show you something quite interesting. So this is Ryan just capturing the objective, and out comes the payload, but it's actually a sleigh. A sleigh load, if you want. I know, terrible. I think I saw that on Reddit, so I'm not even gonna pretend that I came up with that. But yeah, this payload just moves throughout the whole map, just like the normal payload. It looks like a massive Santa sleigh with lots of presents on it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice detail. I think a lot of people wanted that, so it's good to see it's in there. There are also lots of indoor decorations around this part of the map, inside of the office bit, inside of the hotel, and yeah, it looks really nice. There's just lots of stuff here and there, but yeah, we're gonna move on to the next part, which is the streets and the shops bit. Now, to begin with, we have another snowman, I believe, and this guy has just taken his own head off and just does look a bit creepy to me, honestly. I'm just gonna keep zooming in like this. I'm not sure quite why I thought that was a good idea, but anyway, yeah, there are lots of these snowmen around. I think there are some poses we haven't seen yet, but anyway, yeah, we have the bookshop as well, which has this fireplace, which I haven't really seen in many other places, if at all. Moving on throughout the streets area here, we do also have this wall here with a Christmas tree on it that you're gonna see in just a second as the payload comes around and the camera pans around as well. Now, these Christmas trees are available, or are more like sprayed, on other walls in other maps like Hanamura that I'm gonna show you later, but these are there for you to spray your ornament sprays on those Christmas trees, which is a pretty cool idea in my opinion. And we also have this snowman around the back who seems that he's just forgotten what number he was gonna call from the phone booth or whatever, seems a bit confused. And we also have some nice Christmas decor down in the subway for all of the Londoners that, you know, commute to work to have a look at. But yeah, it's a pretty nice detail. This is the main thing though. the factory at the end of the map is completely changed. It looks pretty amazing. There is like a jingle bells sort of playing in the background as well, like when you come into the factory. And yeah, it looks absolutely spectacular. There are lots of presents around, all the crates are changed to presents. There's this track with presents that are just sort of floating above your head in the ceiling. And there's lots of other little details, lots of icicles and like, you know, sort of frost, which is also really cool. And, you know, the whole place is sort of, you know, a bit more cold and blue rather than warm and orange. And yeah, the payload moves throughout the map just like this, and we even have some presents that, you know, are way down there in the sort of Omnic city. So the track just keeps on going. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, moving on to the final point and the final destination for the payload, we have even more presents, but also a bit of a sort of workshop area, as you can see. I haven't really seen these props be used anywhere else on any of the other maps or whatever. So yeah, I appreciate this sort of detail from Blizzard, and yeah, it really is like sort of Santa's workshop that this evil factory has been turned into. And that's a really cool concept, and I think I like this more than I like the Hollywood Halloween map, just because this almost has a bit of a story to it, with the payload moving throughout the city and back to the workshop to maybe pick up some presents or whatever. But either way, it kind of sets a whole nother tone to King's Row and creates a little bit of a different sort of story for the map. So yeah, I really like this. Right, so on to the next map. It's Hanamura. So we have the arcade here. There's not much Christmas decor around there other than the lights on the second floor that you can see there. And then there's the Christmas tree where you can put your ornaments again. And yeah, that's just in the spawn. Outside we've got a lovely Hanamura though, a very wintry and very frosty Hanamura. It really looks cold due to there not being any sort of warm lights in the dark like King's Row has. But yeah, we also have this snowman in the sort of noodle shop in the middle of the first area, where he just seems to be, you know, a bit suicidal, putting his head into the pot there. But yeah, regardless, a nice little detail there. Coming into the actual main temple though, you might see that there's a bit of a head of a snowman peeking around the rock there in the middle. Other than that, there's not much decoration here. There's just some snow on the roofs and just a lot of frost. Again, looks very cold, but it really is a bit of a winter wonderland at the same time. You rarely see environments like these in a snowy condition, so it's kind of cool still. And I do like the garden as well in front of the big temple and the dojo almost. It looks really nice overall. The cherry trees are blossoming. And we of course have Point B, which is obviously amazingly decorated with just those Christmas lights right there. That's literally it. There's no Christmas decor or holiday decor on this map, like at all, barely. There's those lights there and then just some lights on the left that I'll show you in just a second. But other than that, the map is pretty much the same, just very snowy, wintry, cold and frosty, which is still cool. But yeah, there's honestly barely anything to show you here. So I wouldn't bother with making like a separate video on this map, which is why I wanted to include them all in this one video. But yeah, there's literally just those Christmas lights like right there, that's it. Anyway, we're gonna just finish this off with showing you the snowman around the rock again. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to check out our other Christmas content if you'd like. Subscribe for more Overwatch content. And until next time, take care and we'll see you then.